Live from the 412, it's Platt's point of view, y'all. Let's go. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Platt, and this is Platt's point of view, the 2021 NBA Draft Preview Show. Today's show, I'll highlight the top players at every position, have a few sleepers, a couple of guys who are my favorites in this draft. So let's get started. The 2021 NBA Draft will be the 75th edition of the draft. It will be held July 29th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, and will be televised nationally on ESPN, while ABC will televise the first round only. ABC is only televising the first round, so don't forget. This NBA Draft will be the first held in July since the inaugural 1947 NBA Draft. Let's start off with the point guard rankings. Number 1, Cade Cunningham out of Oklahoma State. He's about 6'8", a dynamic, versatile floor general, very fluid with good awareness. He has the size, weight, and length. This kid is so smooth and under control. He was a first-team All-American, Big 12 Player of the Year. He reminds me of Grant Hill, and he's my Rookie of the Year pick. Number 2, Jalen Suggs out of Gonzaga, about 6'4". He's the highest ranked recruit to ever play for Gonzaga. He can create offense for others. He's a tremendous athlete. He's still developing. He's a solid defender. He's getting better as a three-point shooter. He's a second-team All-American. He was the West Coast Conference Tournament Most Outstanding Player. He has a very bright future. I think Suggs is going to have a good NBA career. Number 3, Davion Mitchell out of Baylor, 6'2", elite smothering ball, hawking defensive point guard. Super quick first step, knockdown three-point shooter, good decision maker. He's a leader. He's solid offensively and defensively. He was the Naismith and Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. Davion Mitchell is tough. He's scrappy. Number 4, Josh Giddey, NBDL out of Australia. He's 6'8". This kid's a stone-cold playmaker, elite rebounder. He's a slick passer. He's probably got to improve his jump shot. He's only 18 years old. He's going to shock some people, though. He was the NBL Rookie of the Year in the Australian Hoop League. He played a few exhibition games with the Australian Olympic team, and he looked pretty good. He looks like he belongs, man. Josh Giddey, keep an eye on him. Number 5, Jared Butler out of Baylor. 6'3", a playmaking, strong defensive point guard who was the Final Four Most Outstanding Player. But recently, he was diagnosed with a heart condition, which may scare teams away from drafting Butler. He's still waiting to be cleared by doctors, and I hope he's healthy and he can continue his basketball career. Praying for you, Butler. Sleeper, Sharif Cooper out of Auburn. He's a 6-foot guard. He's being gentle. He's probably 5'11". Super quick point guard with elite ball handling skills. He has a high motor. He's a true floor general. Like I said, he's undersized but very, very talented. SEC all-freshman team. Keep an eye on him. He's quick. Let's go to the shooting guards. Number 1, Jalen Green, G League Team Ignite. 6'5", a fluid scorer who gets straight buckets. Super athleticism, prolific scorer. No way am I saying he's Kobe Bryant, but a lot of scouts see a lot of similarities in Jalen Green's game. He's going to be awesome. Number 2, Moses Moody out of Arkansas, 6'6". He has a 6'11" wingspan. He's a pure 3-and-D wing. Major upside as a scorer. He has a skill set where I think he can develop into a Chris Middleton type player. He was SEC Freshman of the Year, and he's first team All-SEC. Number 3, James Bouknight out of Connecticut, 6'5", pure one-on-one scorer. Excellent rebounding guard, highlight reel type dunker, elite athlete, first team All-Big East. One of my favorites in this draft. I'm high on James Bouknight. Number 4, Keon Johnson out of Tennessee. 6'5" swing man. He's probably going to play 2 guard. He has a 48-inch vertical, defensive standout. He harasses opponents defensively. He's still kind of raw, but he's very athletic, and he has to improve offensively. Number 5, Josh Christopher out of Arizona State. 6'5" freshman, was very explosive. He's a very explosive athlete, versatile scorer who scores in bunches. He has a quick first step, but he got to improve his jumper. I thought he should have stayed in school, played only about 15 games, but he should be all right, though. Somebody take a chance on him. Sleeper, Quentin Grimes out of Houston, the former Kansas standout who transferred to Houston. He's 6'6". He's a big, strong, physical two-guard. Solid ball handler, good rebounder, always in attack mode. He's a three-point sniper who can get hot in a hurry. He finishes plays at the rim with good body control. He was the AAC Co-Player of the Year and the AAC Tournament MVP. So this guy likes the big lights. Small forwards. Number 1, Scotty Barnes out of Florida State. 6'9", with a 7'2" wingspan. He's a versatile do-it-all forward. Elite passing skills. He can guard all 5 positions. He reminds me of a cross between Draymond Green and Scottie Pippen. He was the ACC Freshman and Sixth Man of the Year. I really like Scotty Barnes. Number 2, Jalen Johnson out of Duke. 6'9", another versatile forward, another versatile do-it-all forward. This kid is a big-time NBA prospect. Scouts rave about his potential. He has point guard skills. He plays above the rim. Very underrated rebounder. He hits the glass hard. It kind of reminds me of Lamar Odom. Number 3, Jonathan Kuminga out of Congo. This guy flashed what he can do in the G League, and he's kind of raw. He has all the tools, though, but he's still learning the game, and we'll see about this kid. Number 4, Corey Kispert out of Gonzaga. 6'7", the best shooter in this year's draft. He has a super quick release. He moves well without the ball, makes good decisions with the ball. He's probably the safest bet in the draft. First team All-American. He won the Julius Erving Award, which goes to the nation's best small forward, and he was also the West Coast Conference Player of the Year. Number 5, Franz Wagner, Mo Wagner's brother, out of Michigan, 6'9". Very talented wing player who moves very well for a 6'9" guy. Very efficient, shows major scoring ability. He's a second team All-Big Ten. He reminds me of Mike Dunleavy Jr. Sleeper, Trey Murphy III out of Virginia. He transferred from Rice to Virginia. He's 6'9". He's a straight matchup problem for opposing small forwards and shooting guards. This kid is lethal from three-point range with a smooth release. Solid ball handler. He gets to the lane. Some scouts say he lacks explosiveness, but I like Murphy a lot. Power forwards. Number 1, Usman Garuba out of Spain. He's 6'9". He's an energetic, versatile combo forward. Defensive prospect whose offensive game is coming along. He was ranked 15th by ESPN's Top 100. He has a 7'3" wingspan. He's a good low-post scorer. He has three-point range. He's a high-energy player. Kenneth Faried type. Think Kenneth Faried. Number 2, Kai Jones out of Texas. 6'10", explosive, athletic four-man. Intense, has a high motor. He's a decent ball handler. He has a nice mid-range jumper. Some scouts say superstar potential if he puts it all together. He was the Big 12 Sixth Man of the Year. Number 3, Isaiah Jackson out of Kentucky. 6'9", with a 7'5" wingspan. This kid is very agile for his size. He's a great shot blocker. He averaged 2.6 blocks at Kentucky. He plays above the rim. He's an SEC all-defensive team, and all-SEC freshman team. Number 4, J.T. Thor out of Auburn. 6'10". He's an emerging player who's been rising up draft boards lately. He has three-point range, super athletic ability, but he's still developing. He's kind of raw, but something telling me this kid's going to be all right. Number 5, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Villanova. I love the Villanova guys. 6'9", smooth, scoring forward with a nice mid-range game. He does everything well. Solid 3-and-D player, smart player with a high basketball IQ. He has a quick first step. He's the Big East Co-Player of the Year, and he was first team All-Big East. Sleepers, Justin Champagnie out of Pitt. 6'6". This kid is very crafty. He's a very crafty scorer, especially around the hoop. He has a knack for scoring and rebounding. He did all the dirty work for Pitt, plays with passion, and has a high motor. He had back-to-back 20-point, 20-rebound games and a 31-point, 14-rebound game against Duke. He must develop a consistent jump shot and work on his dribbling. He's a first-team All-ACC. Let's go to the centers next. Number 1, Evan Mobley out of USC. 7 feet. This kid's a talented, agile, big man with some serious skills. He has a ton of upside with a 7'4" wingspan. He's a rim protector. He's probably the best shot blocker in the nation in college last season. He averaged 3 blocks a game. He has real good timing, good instincts. A lot of scouts say he's the next Anthony Davis. I think he needs to get a little bit stronger. He was the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year, Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, and the Pac-12 Player of the Year. Evan Mobley is going to be a stud in the NBA. Remember I said it. Number 2, Alperen Sengun out of Turkey, 6'10". He's a highly talented 18-year-old. He was the Turkish BSL MVP. Physical inside force, good low post scorer, underrated athlete. A lot of NBA scouts say this kid's going to surprise some people. Remember his name. Number 3, Sandro Mahmoud Kilashvili out of Seton Hall, one of my favorite players in college. 6'11", a very underrated big with some skills. He's very talented offensively, has good shooting range. He's a decent ball handler. He got handle. Solid passer, has pick and pop ability. He's a lefty, and he can finish with either hand. First team All Big East, and he was the Big East Co-Player of the Year. I love Skeetasvili. Number 4, Day'Ron Sharpe out of North Carolina, 6'11", powerful, strong, bruising big man. Very nimble, highly productive, great rebounder, defends the lane very well. Very good inside scorer. He's a first team All ACC as a freshman. Number 5, Luke Garza out of Iowa, 6'11", considered by many as the best player in college basketball this past season. Very talented, has a nice touch around the hoop. He improved his outside shot, which helped him improve his draft stock. But a lot of teams are still concerned with his lack of mobility. We'll see. He's a 2-time Big Ten and Sporting News College Player of the Year. This kid got a lot of accolades. We'll see how Luke Garza plays out in the NBA. I like him, though. Sleeper, Charles Bassey out of Western Kentucky, 6'11". My favorite big in college this past season. I've been talking about this guy for a long time. Seems like he's been in college forever. He's very intense, mobile, very athletic, does a lot of the dirty work. He's improved at both ends every season. Relentless motor, solid rim protector. His offensive game still needs work. He's the 2-time Conference USA Defensive Player of the Year, Conference USA Player of the Year, and he was a 3rd-team All-American. I got some more sleepers for you guys. Let's start with combo guard, Austin Reeves out of Oklahoma. I love this kid. 6'5", from Willie Warren, Buddy Hield to Trae Young. Now Mr. Austin Reeves. He's a skilled combo guard who can shoot and pass the ball. He has a little sauce on his passes. He's a more athletic Jeff Hornacek. I like Reeves a lot. Somebody's getting a steal with him. Another sleeper, point guard, could play shooting guard, Nashawn Bones Highland out of VCU. He's about 6'3". This guy's a pure scoring guard. Think Lou Williams. Averaged 19 points a game, electric playmaker, has street ball type ball handling ability, 6'10" wingspan, Atlantic 10 Player of the Year, high motor, good defender on or off the ball. An NBA team is getting a steal. I'm a big fan of Bones Highland. Keep an eye on him. Another sleeper, point guard Jason Preston out of the University of Ohio, 6'4", smart, skilled playmaker with nice passing skills. The kid is a crafty finisher, solid three-point shooter, and a lot of scouts say he's going to be a breakout star. He's very underrated, very underrated. Another sleeper, you got a swing man. He could play small forward or shooting guard. I'm talking about Kessler Edwards out of Pepperdine, 6'8", mobile combo forward. He's a very good shooter. He's a 3-and-D player, very consistent, excellent finisher. Another kid, another guy, one of my favorites in college, man. If you know me, you know that I love this guy. I talked about him a lot this past college season. I'm talking about point guard Dejan Giroux out of Houston. He's about 6'5". He's long. He's a wiry athlete. He does all the dirty work and the little things. He plays aggressive. He plays with intensity. He's tenacious, scrappy defender, gifted passer. The only knock is he lacks a consistent jump shot. Think a taller Patrick Beverly. I love me some Dejan Giroux. I hope he gets drafted because he's going to be hawking and swarming like a bee. And last but not least, how about Ayo Dosunmu out of Illinois? 6'5", point guard. He can play shooting guard. Ayo is a prolific scoring guard. He can play both guard spots. Me personally, I like him as a point guard. He's a good ball handler with a quick first step. He has excellent court vision. He has a knack for making late game shots. He's a clutch performer. He hits the glass, averaged 6 rebounds a game, first team All-American, and he was the Big Ten tournament most outstanding player. Ayo's going to be good. They're sleeping him. And I hope you guys enjoyed this NBA draft preview show. You know, we'll see you next time on Platt's Point of View. Have a good one, guys. Out.
CJ.